I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. PumkinCatNiche joins us. Hi.
Hello, beloved friends.
Please introduce yourself.
I am PumkinCatNiche. I'm the pumpkin cat of the pumpkin patch, variety streamer. I just do a bunch of stuff. I mostly play roguelikes, but here and there I might play a gacha game.
Yeah. You're able to you come on you do a lot of things online, and folks appreciate that. When did you get started?
So one of my close friends, we're technically close now, named Quartz Kitty.
Mm-hmm.
One day I got bored and I kind of, started supporting small streamers. One thing led to another. I saw her and she kind of relit my spark to stream again. I started streaming last October, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And you took a little time away from it?
So I originally was an IRL streamer originally. Before that, I played Genshin and such.
Right.
But, I didn't like getting seen like that.
Mm.
I get embarrassed quite easily and such, and I'm usually a mess.
Well,
after discovering feedtubing,
join all the rest of us who are a mess. One of us.
Hey, I'm usually all over the place. I'm all for it. My appearance is interesting to say.
Well, the great thing about this is that you get to express yourself and have just a little bit of a shield between yourself and what's going on. Maybe you get to express yourself a little more than you would if it was a real face cam.
Yeah, I'm really usually very comfortable with VTubing compared to like IRL.
Mm.
Not saying that IRL is terrible or anything. It's just everybody has their likes and dislikes.
Oh yeah, and even in folks who've gone into VTubing, you've seen it, and I've interviewed so many people who do all sorts of different things and have different reasons for coming in. What brought you to streaming in the first place?
I honestly streamed it because I saw my friends streaming it, and it's like, it'd be cool if I do it. And I basically do it as a hobby. I'm affiliate, but
Yeah.
I mostly do it as a hobby.
Yeah.
I don't. Eventually I'm probably planning on taking it far, but it takes time. I get there when I get there.
But you're enjoying yourself, right?
But yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Other than playing League of Legends, but we all know how League is like.
Other than that, you're just fine. You're playing just fine. No,
Yeah, absolutely.
So, have you always wanted to be someone who entertained others growing up?
Growing up, I mostly wanted to be a photographer, actually.
Mm.
Which, if you've seen my Twitter and that, I mostly post most of the pictures I've taken.
Yeah.
With both my phone and my camera.
Mm-hmm.
I mostly find love in art in that. It's just when I saw streaming, I wanted to try doing it. I like trying a bunch of new things.
Right. Yeah, and maybe you can bring that together somehow. Do a gallery or a how-to or something along those lines.
Oh, I've been thinking about it.
Yeah, and there's
it's been there.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways people are expressing art through their channels, VTubing channels, one way or another, and certainly it's one thing that photography has certainly changed over the millennial that I've been alive. When I'm growing up, we're just getting into Polaroids, and now you're using your phone to get better pictures than anyone ever would have dreamed of back then. Did you have an interest in photography early on, or was it something you caught up with later?
It was very early on.
Yeah.
And it didn't really start popping off till I got on college.
Uh-huh.
Actually. And I'm mostly a sky photographer. I mostly take pictures of clouds and that here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I mostly like being nature. One of my teachers, who is a very good street photographer,
Mm-hmm.
he mostly goes to Asia and take pictures and such. But he compared my work to like one of the famous photographers,
Mm-hmm.
Alfred Stinglich's. I can't pronounce his name, but he did the equivalents,
Okay.
and
I'm
it's
not familiar with it.
okay. He done black and white,
Uh-huh.
a lot of black and white pictures. Like early on of his life, he done color.
Right.
But since he lost his wife and such, his pictures became more as black and white.
Ah,
So
okay.
the equivalence is basically black and white pictures of mostly clouds, and my work was basically compared to that.
Wow. And that had to feel pretty good.
No, I'm actually very proud. It's in a way, it is art.
Well,
Like how people express themselves is how they like even like dark topics and lewd stuff and that. Everybody express their art in their own way, and
hmm,
I'm all for it.
yeah, absolutely. And it's great that people have this opportunity to do it now. 20 years ago, the opportunity just wasn't there, and the technology hadn't caught up to it. But now people are able to show what they've got, basically, uh, and it and show it to other people. Now, this is something I got to ask you about this too, because taking doing photography for yourself is one thing. Showing it to other people is another. How do you get from one to the other and not be scared to death?
I don't try to think of other people's opinions, honestly.
Mm,
To be frank, I'm not the type of person who likes to try to be limited by how others see me.
mm-hmm,
I'm autistic actually. So
mm-hmm.
I've been severely bullied through middle and high school actually.
Oh yeah, I imagine
So
so.
like I so like I don't usually try to care about, I mean, if it leaves me being alone, hey, that's just how it goes, but like I'm not gonna try to bend down to someone else's will.
Wow, that's a great attitude to have, actually. I wish I had that in certain instances when I was growing up in my 30s. But
I mean, hey, never too late to start.
well, yeah, it's to have the confidence in what you're doing to show to someone and say, "Hey, take a look at this." Um, that takes a lot of courage, whether the folks doing it know it or not. But have you um, have you gotten to a point where you've been surprised at how well your photography was received?
So basically when I started photography, when I started it,
Hmm.
like everyone like in my class, everyone was like casuals in that from what my teacher said.
Hmm.
I put in a full on like five pictures at no, six pictures. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Six pictures in competitions before.
Yeah,
I mean, of course, art competition that there tends to be bias for like certain people, but
of
the fact
course.
that my work was is put up from 100 people, and I'm just one of the chosen ones.
Yeah.
I feel proud of that.
Well, you should. I mean, that's really good, and I'm glad that you're able to express yourself that way, and continue to be able to express yourself through VTubing. Now, you talked about the different types of games you play. What are you on right now? What's your channel been doing?
So as of recently, I've been playing DVD, Dead by Daylight.
Hmm.
I've been playing Honkai Star Rail. Please don't get into this gotcha hell.
No, no, no.
And and I've been playing Roblox here and there.
Yeah, yeah. Now I haven't brought up the Wuthering game, um, but I hear folks enjoying it coming off of Genshin. Have you thought about that one?
I've been playing. I played a bit of Withering Winds, but I'm like very addicted to the Binding of Isaac,
Hmm.
so I always find myself playing that game.
Yes, I know how
I
that
have like
goes. You get addicted to a game, and you just keep going back to it. No, even if it's five
it's
minutes or 50 minutes.
it's a roguelike, so it's like very replayable,
Yeah.
which is one of the reasons why I like it. I love replayable games.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a game that you can. That it's going to be different each time you go through, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's randomized, and I look at people playing that and the Cult of the Lamb, and
Oh, totally. Yeah,
I
very good.
I look at those games like I could really probably enjoy those, but I also have a life to give to.
Hey,
My
I mean it's better than Persona.
well,
You could get into Persona series.
oh no,
You want to be like me who wasted not only not 10 but like 150 hours on both vanilla and royal Persona 5.
well I can tell you this: I've got my own closet full of those skeletons. My addiction game is Stardew Valley,
I've been playing that
and
actually.
I have between 30 and 40 saves.
I mean, I don't blame you. I do not. I loved it.
Oh yeah,
I still need to play it more. I'm
oh
still decently new.
yeah, and when they had brought out the new update, I've and it changed the game quite a bit from. I mean, I started years and years ago. I'm like, I gotta stay away from it, 'cause otherwise I'm gonna wear the computer down and all the keys playing it, and my wife will get mad. I got interviews to do, people to talk to. Um, have you got some other games that are coming up on the horizon that you're looking forward to?
So believe it or not, I try not to put any hope in modern, unless it's an indie game. I don't put no hope in AAA games.
Right. Yeah. Well.
Like with how they are,
Yeah.
it just uh
Yeah. Sometimes you put all your eggs in that one basket and you miss the good eggs that are hanging around that maybe people don't get into. So do you like the indie games a little bit more?
um yeah, I do like a lot of indie game. Puppet Combo being one of my favorite creators.
Mm. What are some of the games that they've created?
They done a lot of retro games. One of their games was I'm pretty sure it was like Christmas Massacre or whatever.
Mm,
I'm trying to remember that. They done a lot of things,
mm.
a
And
lot of projects.
they're ones that you look for first. You look for their name first, and then see what they've done.
I believe it or not, I don't even look at creators' names like that.
Oh, just
I usually just I hear recommendations about the game and I was like, okay, I play and try it.
yeah.
I don't really try to judge a creation based on someone's like career. I mean, believe it or not, I used to play Yandere Simulator quite a bit.
Yeah. That a lot of people
Ye-
got into that, and then things happen.
yeah, of course that. I mean, I didn't hear about it until it got super big.
Yeah.
I mean, the game wasn't getting updated, so that's like one of the main reasons, but like still.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, things that affect uh things. Well,
Yeah, of course.
I should put that on a T-shirt. Things affect things. Oh, me smart. The the but they all of those things that will come into effect when you're trying to do games. Indie games, I would imagine, have that going on because there are so few people actually working on them. That one person has a problem and it affects everything.
Like, I don't think it's that it's too few indie games.
Hmm.
It's more as a lot of them are hidden and not enough people actually talk about them.
Hmm.
Actually, there's like this website called Game Jolt that everyone a lot of indie creators usually go on.
Hmm.
There's like a bunch of like originally Baldi's Basics and One Night at Flumpty's. Their
Hmm.
games were on Flat Out Game Jolt and they popped off.
Yeah. Yeah. It and
My love for horror actually came from Game Jolt, believe it or not.
oh, so it's this is kind of a this game is this kind of an area where indie developers and indie gamers can get together and find out about these games.
Put their games on it. Like
Mm,
most of the games are usually free.
mm,
It's usually like, project you work on and just put it out there.
mm. Well, that's good
Not
because
saying
go ahead.
not saying all of them are like flat out top tier, but like they're pretty good.
Mm.
I highly recommend.
The the VTubers and there's a lot of them out there, obviously, but you guys have a chance to give these games the publicity that they certainly wouldn't have gotten had they come out 20 years ago or 10 years ago, even. It's great to see that VTubers like yourself are giving these folks the opportunity to showcase their games. I hope they appreciate that.
Yeah, I hope so as well. But then again, some people just put it out there and just walk away. It's just a simple fan project.
Hmm.
Like, everyone wants to, make something, put it out there to at least, have something to their name out there, which I get completely.
Yeah, yeah, and
Nothing.
it's the chance to, and I've talked to various VTubers about this, that you can see somebody play like Genshin Impact. There'll be a lot of people playing Genshin Impact at any particular time, but people will come back to see the person playing it. If they like the way that you play the game or your personality as they're doing it, they'll keep coming back to you and your channel. Have you found this to be true?
It usually depends on like certain games because like some games, a lot of people don't really want to sit there and watch.
Mm,
From what I notice, I have more people watching me play Dead by Daylight
mm,
compared to, Persona 3, which makes sense since, Persona 3 has a lot of dialogue.
mm.
It makes sense.
Yeah, that game is almost a visual novel type thing. Goes you kind of
I I wouldn't go as far as say virtual. It's just a typical like RPG.
yeah,
I would say virtual novel is when, you're basically reading a book.
right. Yeah, and those type of games, I understand people liking them, but to me, I'd like to have a little more travel, a little more leeway
Yeah.
in coming to, because those games you're going to get the ending no matter what, and I'd like the chance to make giant mistakes.
Yeah, you make that one choice and it affects your entire gameplay. Yes, the Fate series.
I I
I know
can
how that is.
yes I can.
Someone wasted 100 hours.
Oh, I think we're gonna have to figure out some way to take that hour timing off because we're gonna end up making ourselves feel bad with how much all the time we've done enjoying these games. I don't need to know that I've spent an entire week on this game. I like it.
I mean, hey, I rather spend a week on the game and then sit there and tell myself, hey, I want to bench play Final Fantasy. We
Yeah.
all know how long that's going to take.
Oi, 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 oi. Have to.
Yes, 20% of my lifespan gone just like that.
That's right. And while you're doing that, they throw out five new ones. Just keep.
Nah, they throw out two ones, but sit there and say, hey, it's live. You can play 24/7. Nah,
n-
not doing that to myself.
No, 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 no. The have you got some games that's in your library right now that you haven't been able to stream yet that you really want to?
So one of my favorite Xbox 360 games, Condemn, I
Uh-huh.
really want to stream that, but on Steam, it's optimized in such a terrible way that's unstreamable.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's
I
yeah.
am planning on playing Flat Out Dread Out eventually.
What's that all about?
I don't know. I know it's a horror game and it was like $2. I don't look at this. If it looks like a good deal and look like something I would play, I pick it up. If it's bad, I refund it. Simple as that. It's
I
simple as
I, I love that approach. I don't know. It looked good to me.
hey, if it looks cool, I pick it up. If I hate it, I mean, they have the option.
Yeah,
Might as well abuse it, right?
that's right.
Worst that can happen, you get a lengthy email saying, "Hey, I'm getting a little tired of you refunding these games. Please stop."
Then you send them the email. I'm getting tired of you sending me games I have to refund. Make them better. Oh, that's wonderful. So, have you got some? I know that you said you're doing this. You're doing this for fun. Um, but have you got some plans for the channel? Have you got some long-term goals?
I am planning on probably making a vlog channel for it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometime around. I am going to try to update my VTuber model.
Mm-hmm.
I am planning on learning art, actual drawing that a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
I am decently improving. I hope so.
I have no place to talk. I am absolutely terrible at it. So that's
and doing like an actual collab since I
yeah.
haven't really branched out yet.
Mhm. Well, it's out there for you. I'm sure there'll be plenty of folks who'd want to play some of those, especially the horror games with you. Um, that could be pretty raucous with more than one person. I imagine it's raucous enough with one person.
No, they instantly make the game not serious. Like Demonologist, when I played with one of my close friends, it was like a it was 30 minutes, I say? No, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
20 minutes mission,
yeah.
and nothing was going on with me, but like the ghost for some reason hated him with like an absolute passion. While I'm here bored out of my mind, not knowing what to do with myself, I hear this man cussing it in the top of his lungs because the ghost apparently like hated him for whatever reason. It was funny. Like it was we didn't complete the mission because he wanted to leave because the ghost didn't want to leave him alone. Which, hey, if the ghost hated him, the ghost hated him.
That's not your fault. That's his fault.
No, man breathed incorrectly. It wasn't my.
Just happens sometimes. It's a clash of personalities. You and the ghost. It's nothing to do with me. Oh man, the collaboration thing. You say you haven't really gotten started on that yet, or gotten off to a big start.
I mean, I collabed with like some of my like close friends, but I haven't like actually, branch out before.
Well, so you're looking forward to doing a few of those. Maybe that'll kind of expand the channel a little bit. If folks say that's a decent way to kind of network.
Yeah, I won my there's this amazing person named Roxy. She has like a Discord server who helps a lot of like streamers.
Mm-hmm.
She usually helps people get the affiliate. That's actually one of the main reasons how I reach affiliate quite quickly.
Yeah.
Me and her is pretty close right now, but I highly recommend like checking her out if you never haven't seen her.
Yeah. I will do that, and I hope the folks listening do it too. It's nice that there's somebody out there who wants to help improve others and help them along as well. And we should celebrate that as much as we can, and in all the facets of life. So where do you want to be in a year with this channel?
To be frank, I haven't really thought that far. I just been winging it. And I'm going to be like completely honest. All I know is I at least want to hit like 500 followers.
Yeah.
At least. Or at least meet a couple of new people I talk to often. Like, it's not really like big goals. I like to just keep it simple,
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it works for you and you're enjoying yourself and you're still expanding at a pace you like and it's still entertaining people and entertaining yourself. Oh, what's there to grouse about?
Repeat that?
I said, as long as you're having fun and the folks who are watching you are having fun, that's good.
Yeah.
And that's the way to keep going. So, folks, we're going to have Niche's links in the description for if you want to check out, see what PumkinCatNiche is up to. And we do appreciate you coming on. Once you get some more things rolling, give us a notice, and we'll get you back on and do some updates for everybody, okay?
Of course. I appreciate you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.